The Sunday dinner table was set with Mom's best china. My daughter Emma, 6 years old, had barely touched her vegetables when she spotted the chocolate cake on the counter. "Grandma, can I have some cake please?" Emma asked, her voice small and polite. Mom didn't even look up from her wine glass. "Premium treats are for premium grandkids, sweetheart." The table went silent for exactly 3 seconds. Then my sister Jennifer laughed first, breaking the tension everyone pretended didn't exist. "Mom, that's hilarious," Jennifer said, cutting herself a large slice. "Emma, maybe next time." My brother Michael nodded while chewing. "Yeah, we save the good stuff for special occasions." Emma's face fell. She looked at me with confusion in her eyes, trying to understand why she wasn't special enough for cake. My daughter didn't know that I'd been the family disappointment for 15 years. She didn't know that her grandmother had spent the last 6 years making subtle comments about Emma's father leaving us, about my choices, about how I'd ruined my life. I reached for Emma's hand. "We should go." "Already?" Mom set down her glass with a clink. "You just got here 2 hours ago. I think we've had enough family time for today." I kept my voice level, pleasant even. Jennifer smirked at Michael. "So sensitive." "It was just a joke." I helped Emma into her jacket, taking my time with each button. Mom watched from her chair, that familiar expression of vague disappointment etched across her face. The same look she'd given me when I chose State College over an Ivy League. The same look when I married David. The same look when I kept Emma after the divorce. "You're really leaving over cake?" Mom asked. "We're leaving because my daughter asked a simple question and got humiliated instead of an answer." I picked up my purse. "Come on, Emma." Dad finally spoke up from his end of the table. "Don't be dramatic. Your mother didn't mean anything by it." "She never does," I said. The drive home was quiet. Emma stared out the window, processing something no 6-year-old should have to process. I'd spent my whole life trying to be good enough for them. The right schools, the right career, the right husband. And still I was the punchline. Still I was premium adjacent at best. We stopped for ice cream on the way home. Emma got a double scoop with sprinkles. At 11:47 p.m. my phone buzzed on the nightstand. Mom's text appeared. "I've been thinking about the house situation. Your name is still on the deed from when Dad put all 3 kids on the title for tax purposes. We need to discuss transfer options before the estate planning meeting next month." I stared at the message for a long moment. Then I opened my documents folder and found the file I'd been sitting on for 3 weeks. The purchase agreement, the title transfer papers, the closing documents from the real estate attorney. I attached all 6 files to a reply text. The house was sold 17 days ago. Closing was last Tuesday. You should receive the formal notice from the title company tomorrow morning. The new owners take possession in 43 days. I added one more line. Premium property for premium people. Then I turned off my phone and went to sleep. The next morning started with 17 missed calls. I made Emma breakfast first. Scrambled eggs, toast, fresh strawberries. We ate together while I braided her hair for school. My phone rang again at 8:15 a.m. I finally answered. "What did you do?" Mom's voice was shrill, panicked in a way I'd never heard before. "I exercised my legal rights as a property owner," I said calmly. "The house had 3 owners on the deed, Dad, you and me. Under the tenancy agreement, any owner could initiate a sale if they provided proper notice to co-owners, which I did via certified mail 6 weeks ago. You can't just sell our house. I sold my third. But since no buyer wanted a partial interest, the court-ordered partition sale went through. It's all legal. My attorney made sure of it. This is insane. Where are we supposed to live?" I poured myself more coffee. "I assume the same place you expected Emma and me to live when you refinanced the property 8 years ago and took out that second mortgage without telling me, the one that nearly destroyed my credit when payments were missed." Silence. "How did you?" "I'm not stupid, Mom. I'm just quiet. There's a difference." I checked the time. "I need to get Emma to school. Your father wants to talk to you." "I'm sure he does. Have him call my lawyer." I hung up. The title company called at 9:32 a.m. to confirm that all parties had been notified. The sale price was $847,000. After splitting it 3 ways and paying off the mortgages, my portion came to $186,000. I'd already deposited the check. Jennifer called next. You're really going to make mom and dad homeless? They have 63 days to find new housing. That's more notice than mom gave Emma before humiliating her at dinner. It was a joke about cake. No, I said. It was 15 years of jokes. 15 years of being less than. Of watching my daughter be treated like a second-class family member because her mother doesn't meet the family standards. You're being vindictive. I'm being fair. They own a third of the proceeds. They can buy a condo. Michael's text came through at 10:15 a.m. Dad's having chest pains. Mom says you're giving him a heart attack. I forwarded the message to my attorney with a note. Document this attempted emotional manipulation. My lawyer, Patricia, called me at 11 a.m. Your father's attorney reached out. They want to negotiate. Negotiate what? The sale is complete. They want you to use your portion to help them buy a new house. Co-sign on a mortgage. I laughed. Actually laughed. No. I told them you'd say that. They're threatening to sue for the full property value, claiming you undervalued it in the partition sale. The property was appraised by a court-appointed assessor at $820,000. We sold for $847,000, above value. I was in my car now heading to my office. They can sue all they want. There's one more thing, Patricia said carefully. They found out about the other properties. My hand tightened on the steering wheel. How? Public records. Your brother did a property search on your name. Of course he did. The family group chat exploded at 1:47 p.m. Michael, you own 4 rental properties? Jennifer, this whole time you've been pretending to struggle as a single mom? Dad, we need to talk about this immediately. I typed one response. I bought my first rental property 12 years ago with money Grandma left me. You know, the grandmother you all forgot about after she died. I visited her every week at the nursing home. Every single week for 3 years. She left me $40,000. I invested it. I'm good at investing. Mom, you let us think you were barely making it. I am a single mother barely making it. I'm also smart enough to build assets. Those things aren't mutually exclusive. Jennifer, this is unbelievable. You've been playing poor while sitting on all this property. I've been living modestly and investing wisely. What have you been doing with your money? Oh right, spending it on premium things. The calls continued all week. Dad's lawyer. Mom's financial advisor. Even my aunt got involved, sending long emails about family loyalty and forgiveness. I ignored most of it. Emma's school called on Thursday. Your mother is here, claiming she has permission to pick up Emma. She absolutely does not, I said immediately. She's not on the approved list. She's quite insistent. Call the police if she doesn't leave. I'll be there in 10 minutes. When I arrived, Mom was in the office arguing with the principal. She turned when she saw me. I just wanted to see my granddaughter. The granddaughter who isn't premium enough for cake? Kept my voice level. Emma, come with me please. Mom reached out. Please. Can we just talk? We can talk through lawyers. I took Emma's hand. Stay away from my daughter. The principal looked uncomfortable. Mrs. Anderson, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the premises. That night, Emma asked me why Grandma came to school. Sometimes adults make mistakes and don't know how to fix them, I said, tucking her blanket around her. Is Grandma sorry? I don't know, baby. Maybe. Are you still mad about the cake? I brushed hair from her forehead. I'm not mad about cake. I'm mad that someone made you feel like you weren't good enough. You're always good enough. Always. Emma thought about this. Do we have enough money now? From selling the house. Smart kid. We're going to be just fine. Can we get a dog? I smiled. Maybe. We'll see. The formal dinner invitation came via certified mail 2 weeks later. Mom wanted to apologize. The whole family would be there. Please bring Emma. I declined via email. Mom showed up at my office 3 days later. Security called before letting her up. 5 minutes, I told her. She looked smaller somehow. Older. I'm sorry. For which part? All of it. The cake comment. The years of criticism. Making you feel less than. She twisted her hands together. Your father and I have been talking. We've been terrible. Yes, you have. I don't expect forgiveness. I just wanted you to know that I see it now, How we treated you, how we treated Emma. Her voice cracked. She's my granddaughter. He's perfect. And I made her feel unwanted. I didn't respond. We found a condo, Mom continued. Smaller. Manageable. We're downsizing like we should have done years ago. She pulled out an envelope. This is a check for Emma's college fund. It's not enough. It's not anything close to enough. But it's a start. I took the envelope. Inside was a check for $25,000. I'm not asking you to cash it, Mom said. I'm asking you to consider letting us try again. Emma. With you. Mom. Your father had a health scare last week. A real one, not the manipulation Michael texted about. It made us both realize we've wasted so much time being proud and judgmental. She wiped her eyes. I don't want to die having my granddaughter think she's not premium enough. I set the check on my desk. Emma has therapy on Thursdays now. Because of the cake incident and everything that came after. She's 6 years old and needs therapy to understand why her family doesn't value her. Mom's face crumbled. If you want back into our lives, you start there. You pay for the therapy. You attend the family sessions the therapist recommends. You do the work. I stood up. Your 5 minutes are up. She nodded, collecting her purse. At the door she turned back. You were right to sell the house. We never appreciated what we had. Any of it. After she left, I sat at my desk for a long time staring at the check. Emma deserved grandparents who loved her unconditionally. But she also deserved a mother who protected her from people who couldn't. I deposited the check into Emma's college fund that afternoon. But I didn't call Mom back. Not yet. Maybe not ever. Some things, even premium grandmothers, can't be bought back.